Hello, once again, this is Stan, and thank you for joining my Friends and Students Send Out. That's what I call it. What It Takes is my personal brand and the connection that I have to you, and I'm meeting many of you on your online platforms throughout the world. And your students, in the fact that you are learning some things from me. You're a teacher in the fact that I'm learning many things from you, and hopefully we can say that we are friends. At least one of the highest callings that you can have in any relationship is to simply be, as Jesus once said, I now call you friends. I call you friends. Now, many of you are brand new. During the last week in May, I opened all of my classes and courses up and made them free, because I wanted you to know that I have a heart for freedom. I'm not just in this to make money. That's certainly part of what I do. But I wanted you to join in, and thousands of you have come alongside and are now part of the What It Takes community, having looked at some of our classes and courses. Now, I want to tell you this going forward. Particularly those of you who, get me on the Udemy platform. And I'm on a number of others, but Udemy is one of my prime providers. And what you will now discover is that anytime you come across a Stan Hustad course, all right, and there are going to be about 4 new ones next week. There's about 11 up there now. There are going to be 4 new ones, and I'll talk about that some other time. However, what I want you to know is that going forward, whenever you come to my class, and it will be the usual $20. I try and keep it at the minimum price. However, for you, because you're now a friend, you could always have one of my courses or classes at a 50% discount. That's right. Where it says redeem the coupon, just write in FRIEND50. FRIEND50, and automatically the price will be half price for you. 50% off. That's always. And that is a coupon code that you have, and perhaps you can share it with your friends, but that is part of what is always going to happen. Now, I've added a couple of new things, and I just want you to be aware of them. Again, I'm going to show you a little bit of marketing. I've actually got a class called AIDA. A-I-D-D-A. Do you know what that stands for? Well, it's one of the most important marketing and performance principles and formulas that you need to know. And I simply say this, AIDA, the formula you must know to be a successful entrepreneur. And then there's another new course which is called You Must Have DWI Convictions. Now, some of you who do not have English as your primary language, let me tell you, that's a little bit of a play on English words. Because the word DWI, primarily in English, stand for the English words driving while intoxicated or driving while under the influence of drugs or alcohol. And of course, that's a major problem. You should never do that. And to be convicted of doing that in almost every country and culture is very bad, and so should it be. And so I play with that by saying is, you need to have a whole lot of DWI convictions to be a successful entrepreneur. Well, obviously, I don't mean driving while intoxicated, but I do mean demonstrated wisdom and insight. If you want to increase your influence, impact, and income, you're going to have to go into the marketplace with demonstrated wisdom and insight, and people would almost have to convict you of it. If it were a crime, you would be guilty. So I want you to know that those classes and courses are available for you now. And again, I would love to hear from you. What are some of the classes and courses that you would like me to produce? And by the way, I'm going to start asking you to be part of my classes, in that you can respond with your own audio or video, and we'll attach that to what we call, at the end of each course, a talk-about, in which you can then respond and be a part of the conversation. You can take your lecture and add it to the course. Now, you have to go through me. I've got to make sure it works. But we're going to start doing that and making that part of how we grow together as students and friends, and how I want all of you, this is true, to become teachers. One of the questions I'm now asking all of us: would you like to be a teacher, a coach, a mentor, an encourager to students and people all over the world about things that are important and matter? That's just a question. Would you like to be a teacher, a coach, a guide, a mentor, an encourager to people all over the world? If you would, let's start joining me in having our own times together to be teaching through these wonderful facilities we now have, and helping others to really grow, and not only grow in their life experience, but to grow in the ways they can do good in the world. Because that's what it's about. It's about loving one another and doing good in the world. And to be able to do that with greater power and effectiveness. There you go. Thank you for your time and listening. I'm so grateful. Let's keep pressing on, and we'll have another Teach On next week. All the best. I'm Stan for What It Takes, and now you know a little bit more about what it does take, and bye for now.